And if we haven't met before, I am Michelle, and this is Prospector's Peak, and I help entrepreneurs to leverage tech and creativity and business tools so that they can promote their brand and build a successful business online. And that's what we're talking about today. So welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm going to be sharing my screen. If you, by the way, if you have completed day one assignments, feel free to let me know. And you can simply, if you are in the group, you can drop them in. I think it's guide 7 where the homework assignments are. If you are in the Facebook group, and if you're not, if you're catching this on YouTube or whatever, just simply comment that you have those and you would like access to the group, and we'll get that taken care of for you. And anyway, again, I'm Michelle, so let's get going. Day 2 says day 1 assignments. Sorry. So we're on day 2. So let's do day 2. And maybe I said day 1 assignments. I'm not sure what I did. It's all crazy around here. All right, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to talk about what we're doing here. And I'm going to just kind of switch things around a little bit before I share. Bear with me just a minute. I think this is where I need to be. Hopefully you are going to, oh, maybe it's not. Ah, goodness, let's try it again. Share my screen. All right. Oh, where are we? Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's do it. Maybe I had them right. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm sharing my screen. You should see them so that we ended day 1 here, put them together, right? We sort of did that. And I'm just going to get here to day 2 about crafting a personal brand message. This is kind of the thing where you take this, everything that you've done up to this point, you've started creating your brand, and we are going to put all this together so you can create a successful I help statement. I help you do this. Okay. And if you are niching down, if you are able to talk to the right audience, this should be pretty easy for you. Okay. And in this case, on day 1, we created a brand for our friend Thomas, or Tom, if you want to call him Tom, who is, by day, he's an insurance agent. But he found this spectacular health and wellness product that he really likes, and he's losing some weight with it. He wants to share it with others and maybe build a side stream income on top of that. And so that's what we're talking about today. We're going to create his own personal brand message, and let's roll through what we need to do that. All right. So what the insights gained from yesterday, day 1, we're ready to embark on the next stage of this adventure, crafting a powerful personal brand message. During today, we're going to distill our discoveries into a concise, compelling narrative that captures the essence of who you are, or in Tom's case, who he is, and the value you offer, from defining your unique value proposition to identifying your target audience. You're going to learn how to effectively communicate your personal brand in a way that resonates and attracts the right opportunities. All right. All right. So we talked a little bit about these yesterday. Core values, personality attributes, and unique strengths. So we're going to really drive this home today. Our core values could be things like integrity, authenticity, creativity, empathy, lifelong learning. Personality attributes would be, maybe you're driven, maybe you're a driven person, maybe you're innovative, and you're good at being adaptable to things, adaptable to change, adaptable to new things. Maybe you like to collaborate. Maybe you see yourself as a little bit of a visionary. What are your unique strengths? And what are Tom's? Right? Problem solving. Here's some examples. Problem solving. strategic thinking, digital expertise, effective communication, emotional intelligence. That's being able to get along with all kinds of different people, right? Now, by aligning this personal brand message with your core values, your personality traits, and your unique strengths, you'll create a powerful and cohesive brand identity that sets you apart and attracts your ideal audience. Now, how are we going to communicate this? A couple of different ways, all right? And we've already sort of worked on Tom's. So I want you to be focusing in on how you're going to do this for your brand, all right? So an elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is that thing that you can kind of memorize and tell people that you do about 7 floors down on the elevator, okay? It's a concise, memorable statement that captures the essence of your personal brand and what you offer. Visual branding. Developing a consistent visual identity using a logo, color palette, and branded imagery. Online presence. Crafting a compelling bio, building a professional website, and strategically leveraging social media. You have to put you Inc. I talked about you Inc. yesterday, right? It's putting yourself ahead of the things that you offer. The things that you offer should be secondary to your personal brand because people resonate with other people. And so you want to complete a nice personal brand, presence. Okay. Networking and outreach, proactively connecting with your target audience, sharing your story, and establishing your expertise. Right. And how do you do this? There's different ways that you can do. We'll talk about that. So effective communication is the key to bringing your personal brand to life and connecting with the people who matter most. By mastering these essential strategies, you position yourself for success and make a lasting impression, right? Now, here's a little bit about color. When you're thinking about creating colors for your personal brand. So the most important thing that you need to know about your personal brand is it's you, right? It's you. It's what you stand for. It's the way you feel about yourself and maybe the way other people see you. All right. So here's just some friendly little colors, if you will, just a small snapshot, just a little bit of a sample size because there are so many colors. There's so many versions of colors. It could be a warm color. It can be a cool color. There's all kinds, but these are just some basic colors. And we could talk a little bit about what they sort of represent, okay? Now, your primary colors are always red, yellow, and blue. Red, yellow, and blue are primary colors, and you're going to have secondary colors. That's the color that you put together and you make, when you were playing with crayons maybe, or playing with markers, you might, color with a yellow one and then color with a, blue one, I think it is. And then what you get, I think you get green out of that. I'm not sure. Yes. And so that's this color right here. So you see, it's the color in between. Okay. Same thing here. Red, if you color red and yellow, you're going to get the gold, right? And so you get the idea. So here we go. All right. So red can mean energetic, bold, passionate, strength, love, action, or maybe aggressive. All right. Orange, well, let's stick with the primary colors first. Yellow could be hope, optimism, again, hope, clarity, happiness, and positivity. Double hope. Okay, I might have to edit this slide. And then blue, and again, this is just a version of blue. You could have a dark blue, you could have a light blue, you can have a cool blue, you can have a warm blue, whatever. This is just blue, blue itself, authority, conservativeness, trustworthy, and dependable. Okay. So you might see this color blue in maybe banks or um, insurance companies like Nationwide Insurance, anything where you want to see trust. All right. Trust. All right. And we have a guest. Hey, Rita. Hopefully
Hey,
you can hear me okay.
I can hear you. Yes.
Great.
Oh, can you hear me?
A little bit.
Okay, that recorded thing was on, so I'm not sure if it's, you know
I'll
how it
just,
says,
I can hear you. I just turned you up a little bit on my part, on my side.
oh, okay.
Yep, you're good. So we're
All
just
right.
running down colors. Okay.
Mhm.
So, all right, I'm going to tuck this out of the way. All right, so we've covered red, we've covered yellow and blue, which are primary colors. So we're moving on to secondary colors, and those are the colors that if you take your primary colors and color them like you're playing with markers, then that's the resulting color that you get. Like if you color red and yellow, you're going to get orange, right? So orange can mean friendliness, adventure, affordability, and fun. Okay. And then green, freshness, calm, health, growth, balance, and harmony. All right. And then purple, sophisticated, mysterious, royalty, elegance, and wise. And then black is prestige, power, sophistication, bold, and classic. I wear a lot of black, as you can tell. You can pair it with everything. It's wonderful. So like if
Yeah.
I were going to make brand colors, I would do like maybe black and I could even do a gold, a black and red. That's a nice color combination, right? If you want
Mhm.
to be seen with a little bit of fun, you want to be fun, you could do black and orange or black and yellow. Pair a lot of things with black.
Mhm.
So I love it. All right, so if we actually take a look at the color wheel, you can see here, we can have all these different shades that when you talk about shades, you're actually talking about this number down here. You can pick as what's called a hex code, and it's usually a number with a series of digits and then also letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So if I go around this color wheel, and this says want to know what colors look good together. And this is Canva's color wheel. So that is canva.com/colors/color wheel. All right. So if I were going to pick one, I can just go round and round, round she goes, and you can see what it does, right? So you can see what kind of complementary colors, and the more you go out this way, and then you can slide in and get darker, and then you can get into your sort of fun colors. But the line of thinking is, and I know this because I do have a license in doing hair. Um, Believe it or not, I do. So if I were to actually color my hair some, and it turned out to be kind of a strange shade of orange, which is what happens a lot of times when you might get something like this. If you have dark hair and you're trying to lighten it and it doesn't want to lighten all the way, you might get a nice kind of goldish color. And so how we neutralize that is we pick something on the opposite side of the color wheel, which is what's here. And those two things together will sort of neutralize. It looks much better when you're trying to do it on hair than it does on this color wheel, but you get the idea.
Mhm.
All right. So color theory. This is kind of interesting. The color wheel was invented in 1666 by Sir Isaac Newton. Did you know that? I did not know that.
So,
Newton, who mapped the color spectrum into a circle The color wheel is the basis of color theory because it shows the relationship between colors. Colors that look good together are called color harmony. Artists and designers use these to create a particular look or feel, and they can use a color wheel to find color harmonies by using the rules of color combinations. And color combinations determine the relative positions of different colors in order to find colors that create a pleasing effect. All right. So here you go, complementary on the opposite sides of the color wheel. Monochromatic would be like if if you're looking at a paint chip, right? You're gonna go paint your house. You might pick some colors that are sort of like in a row that kind of are different shades of the same color. Analogous would be on the kind of on the color wheel side instead of in. So if you think about this up here, right, it might be more like this outside versus going from here in darker and darker and so on and so forth. Then you get triadic and it just goes on and on. So you can just decide what colors you like. It could be that you don't, you just have certain colors you like. Like for instance, back in the 80s, you know, peach and teal were a big thing, and I still like that color combination. I also like yellow and blue. It's a color combination I really like. And so you get the drift. You might just pick some colors you like. And if they mean something, even better. So you get the idea. All right. So heading back over here, color psychology, the logo color tricks used by top brands and how to DIY. All right. Here we go. Another Canva classic, color psychology. And here you go. These may look kind of familiar to you, and I feel like I need to, I don't know if I can or not, but I'm going to try to make my screen bigger here so I can see them. Like you have Coca-Cola's this red. And what we say about red, it's kind of powerful. It's a power color, right? And I think some of these have changed. I don't think Amazon's right now is so much orange. It was at one time. Facebook is still blue. Facebook is blue as trust, right? And there's nothing to trust about Facebook, but you get my my drift. They want you to trust them. I'm just saying that. Android, the little green guy, right? The little green guy. All right. So a good logo is synonymous with the brand it represents. Think about iconic brands such as McDonald's or Apple. McDonald's is what? McDonald's is red and yellow, right? So logo is essentially a symbol that's used to represent your brand, a brand. It's the thing that when you see it, you recognize what it is and dig deeper, and you're going to find many logos have a hidden meaning. Ooh, hidden. And sometimes that relates to the company's backstory or a clever visual pun. So let's just click on this. I've never done that before. 50 famous logos with hidden meanings. All right. Beats. The logo for Beats by Dre, the B is enclosed in a circle followed by the brand name. The circle, though, isn't just a circle. It actually represents a human's heart, or human's head. And humans, I don't know where I got heart. It actually represents a human's head. And the B letter form represents the brand's headphones. So that's your head, I guess, side of your head. And there's your headphone sitting on top of it. And well, Cisco. All right, Cisco, this looks kind of familiar. The worldwide leader in networking is named after its headquarters location in San Francisco. While its namesake doesn't have a hidden meaning, the blue stripes above the logo type not only represent the electromagnet, but also the Golden Gate Bridge. Did you know that? I did not know that. NBT, right? So they have a couple of hidden meanings. It's clear that it's a peacock, but why? When the logo was developed, color televisions were being introduced, explaining the rainbow of colors. And the network wanted a logo that would cause black and white TV owners to make the switch. So
Psychology.
they went with the common phrase at the time, proud as a peacock. Did you know that? I didn't know. I didn't know that.
No, but
This,
that's some psychology.
yeah, the six different colors of the feathers represent the six different divisions of NBC. That's
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So their logo starts with the letter A and ends with Z, implying that they sell everything from A to Z. The arrow represents a smile, with the arrowhead being a stylized dimple or smile line
Mm-hmm.
um, going here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you get the idea. There's lots of different, if you go through all of these and probably find this kind of interesting. Um, Anywho. All right. So branding is all about storytelling. It's how humans connect. There's another element. It's color. The colors can say a lot about your brand. For established brands, a color can be intrinsically linked to the business's identity. Think of Starbucks. What do you see? You see that mermaidy thing that's green and white, right? So Cadbury's, right? The
Mm-hmm.
iconic purple wrapping. So all these things mean something when you see them. Now here's a little visual, and you've probably seen something like this before. But if you just kind of take a look at the visual here, you'll recognize some of these, like Skype, the blue, right? You see these, you know what they are. In fact, we used to play a game, uh, you know, um, guess the logo, right? You remember that game from way back in the day, guess the logo, and you could see it, and then you would guess without the words, guess what it is, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
by now, some of these probably couldn't, you couldn't do it with Acer, right? But you could do it with some of these. For instance, McDonald's, if you just had the golden arches, you can guess that. You can guess Batman,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So you know just by looking at it what it is. All right. And logo color trends across various industries. And so I'm not going to do this, but this, if you get into some of these things, it almost looks like it comes from that site. What's it called? Where you can get a bunch of information. Ask. I'll I'll think of it eventually. But it's in fact, I got a subscription to it where you can just plug in some information if you want to do some research, and it will give you things like this. Like it can give you these kinds of different informational sort of visuals. Answer the public. That was it. Answer the public. Okay. So, a little bit about that color psychology and logos, logo trends, common color association, and color symbolism. Sort of talked about that a little bit. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Fonts. We can get into brand fonts, for instance. Interestingly enough, on my day job, I work for a bank, and they're changing. Every so often, you kind of refresh your design of your logo. I mean, it pretty much stays the same, but has a little bit of something that's changed. It's the font's changing from a sans serif type, which is kind of sans serif is kind of a modern type of font, back over to regular serif, which is kind of more classic. And if I make this a little bit bigger, hopefully you can see this a little bit better. Um, so when you're thinking about fonts, that thing that where you have to decide a typeface, serif usually represents classic and traditional, trustworthy. All right, so here are some examples of that. Playfair Display, Times New Roman, E.B. German, Laura. Those are kind of popular fonts that you might pick from, something like Word or, something like that, or Canva if you're designing something. Sans serif is modern, minimal, and clean. So you're going to see Roboto, Open Sans, this Lato, I guess that's how you say that. I'm not sure. Source Sans Pro. Slab serif is kind of bold, quirky, and confident. It's really sort of more, if you think about a slab, it kind of looks like that, especially here where you see Alpha Slab 1. You know what I just did there? Okay, script. I like script. I think it looks good with certain things. If it's a good script that you can read, some are just you can't really read them, and they don't do so well if you're trying to create a website or something. If you want something that's very easy to read, some of this I would stay away from because they're just too hard to read. But it's elegant and unique, right? And there's some nice, easy to read scripts. Handwritten, informal and artistic, decorative, right? Stylized, distinctive, and dramatic. Stylized, distinctive, and dramatic. All right. Bangers is a kind of an interesting one. I think it's really sort of attention grabbing. All right, and we can get into typography. I'm going to click on this briefly, and just this little sort of header banner tells you a little bit about the elements of your fonts. Okay, is a bar. This is steam, stream, all these different little pieces of parts, the loop. It's interesting because this is the stuff that changes. Like this would be a serif font, or you could just have something that goes straight down, and that's more modern. But all of these different things have actual names and meanings. And that's probably too much for me, but just so you know that, obviously somebody studies this, right? So, what is typography? The best practices in typography. And then I don't know if it's on your worksheet, so I don't have to double check, but I'll make sure that some of these websites are on there just so you can look a little bit closer at them because I think it's kind of interesting to a certain extent. All right. So we have text styles. We have prototyping. Size is important, right? Letter spacing. The single thing that you must ponder in letter spacing is that you have to make the spacing appropriate and smaller to the text size if the text is bigger. Wide proportion, readability, sans serif versus serif. Serifs are more legible. They're utilized in print for extended period, and they highly enhance the reading experience for large text blocks. Serif enables the eye for flowing more easily over the text. And I don't know about you, but I have read some things. There are some things that are very hard to read, and and I'll just go back to my day job, for instance. We have all these kind of online trainings we get to do, and what's interesting is I have a hard time reading them, so I skip quite a bit of I try to skip as quickly as I can, just because the actual font is just not pleasing to the eye. It's hard to read. And so here you go with the serif is a very easy to read font. Right. The reading pattern is decided by hierarchy. It tells how to keep a header separate from the body text and the subheading. And you can use the effective contrast, margins, text sizes, padding, etc. You need to learn this method properly to master amazing readability. And on Canva, it will generally give you recommended fonts for each thing that you're doing. Okay, rhythm and repetition, line height, white space. You want to keep some nice white space in what you're writing, otherwise it's hard to read. And I've always heard that you should write as if you at a fifth grade level. All right, text block width. Suppose you're reading on thin ice. Suppose you are reading on thin ice. Very wide text blocks will exhaust your eyes while adding the next line for reading. Diversely, in case where the lines are not wide, the eye will be forced to go line to line, thereby preventing the flow of reading. Just so you know. There's a lot of interesting information in here. All right. And let's see here. Here we go. Brand fonts are the visual representation of your brand's personal identity or personality. They convey a sense of professionalism, trustworthiness, and personality. A well-chosen font can evoke emotions, create a sense of consistency, and enhance your brand's overall aesthetic appeal. When selecting a font, consider the target audience, brand values, and desired message. Experiment with the different fonts to find the perfect match that reflects your brand's unique identity. And I don't know if you have experienced this, but when you are reading something, depending on what the font and the color, you may feel something different than, between the different fonts when you change them. Your online presence. Crafting a compelling bio, building a professional website, and strategically leveraging social media are essential for establishing a strong online presence. Your online presence is your digital footprint, a reflection of your brand and expertise. It's where you connect with your target audience, showcase your skills, and build relationships. A strong online presence can be a powerful asset in today's digital age, helping you attract opportunities, grow your network, and achieve your personal and professional goals. A compelling bio is your introduction to the world, a concise summary of who you are, what you do, and what makes you unique. Use it to highlight your key skills, achievements, and passions. A professional website is your online portfolio, a centralized hub where you can showcase your work, share your insights, and connect with your audience. A well-designed website should be visually appealing, easy to navigate, and provide valuable information to visitors. Social media platforms provide a powerful opportunity to connect with a wide audience, share your expertise, and engage in meaningful conversations. Choose the platforms that best align with your target audience and use them strategically to build a strong following and share your content. Use social media to share your insights, engage with your audience, and build relationships with other professionals in your field. By mastering these essential strategies, you'll create a compelling online presence that attracts your ideal audience, showcases your expertise, and helps you achieve your personal and professional goals. And an elevator pitch, right? Your elevator pitch is a concise, memorable statement that captures the essence of your personal brand and what you offer. Networking and outreach. This is important for you to do as an entrepreneur, and you can use your brand to do this. You want to connect with, you can attend industry events if you like to go to events and like to be a part of events. You can join relevant online communities and participate in professional networking groups. Seek opportunities to connect with individuals in your target audience and build meaningful relationships that can foster collaboration and growth. You can share your unique story, expertise, and insights through engaging content, presentations, and discussions. Use your online presence to showcase your personal brand and attract opportunities. Outreach. Reach out to industry professionals, influencers, and potential mentors. Engage in meaningful conversations. Offer your expertise and build a strong network that can provide valuable support and guidance. All right. So we're going to get to the point where we're going to have an assignment here, and I am going to flip back to day one stuff that we did. So our assignment for homework is to create a header banner for Facebook and LinkedIn. Those are two great platforms to be on. If you like Instagram, fine, have at it. I think I don't know that you really have a header banner with Instagram. Maybe you do. I can't remember. I created. I'm not on Instagram very often. I should look. But it's this. It's probably I think would be more of the LinkedIn size. Design a brand logo, a logo for your brand, for yourself. Write a bio. Your bio is your story, right? Craft an elevator pitch. And again, that elevator pitch is what you're going to tell somebody, that you're going to memorize. And they ask you what you do. You have 7 floors you're going down. Okay. You have that amount of time to tell people what you do. All right. So I'm going to flip back here to the day one stuff that we did yesterday. And I just need to get in here to do this. I don't know if I have this up or not. Probably not. Log in. All right, so we were over here. Actually, it was here. So we worked on this yesterday, and we do have some things already. So when we started yesterday, we decided we need to help the guys out. We're always picking on the girls. It's time to pick on the guys. So what I came up with is I'm helping my friend Thomas with building an amazing personal brand. Thomas, by trade, is an insurance agent and has been one for 20 years. He has a large network as a result of this. However, he started a health and wellness product a few months ago and lost 30 pounds in 5 months. This has enabled him to drop a couple of sizes in clothing. He feels much better and more confident. He wishes others could experience the same thing. Thomas did start an exercise program, but he feels that most of the success in his weight loss came from introducing this new product to his daily routine. He feels so much better than he has, that he has decided to market the product. However, he has seen some success in telling people in the office about it, and a few of his insurance clients. He has followed some network marketing trainers who are saying that he should use social media to promote his product, and that the best way to do this is with a personal brand. I need you to ask me 5 questions pertaining to his personal strengths, core values, and unique skills and talents so that you can get to know Thomas better, and then strategize a unique personal brand for him. I feel that he can speak about his experience as an insurance agent, because he will be recognized as someone others can get to know, like, and trust. Please also then develop a personal brand message and about 10 days worth of social media content. Okay. So we did do all these steps. It asked us questions, and to which I did answer them here. And then we came up with this as a personal brand message. So this is one of the things for today. Empowering your journey to wellness and security with over 20 years of experience as a trusted insurance agent. I've dedicated my life to ensuring the well-being and financial security of my community. Now, as I embark on a new journey of health and wellness, I bring the same commitment to helping others feel their best. My transformation is not just about losing weight, it's about gaining a new lease on life. Let me guide you towards a healthier, happier future backed by trust and integrity, and the integrity you've come to know me for. All right. So then it did give us a 10-day content plan for him. All right. And so it gave us introduction to Thomas's health and wellness journey on day 1. He's going to share his story. Okay. On day 2, he's going to highlight a moment in his insurance career where he made a significant impact to a client's life, drawing parallels to his new mission in health and wellness. On day 3, he's going to share a testimonial from a colleague or a client that has tried the health and wellness product on Thomas's recommendation. On day 4, he's going to post about the importance of emotional intelligence and effective communication in both health and financial well-being. On day 5, he's going to share a little bit about his family and about his personal life so that he can be seen as a real person. On day 6, he's going to offer a tip or insight into how he integrates his health and wellness product into his daily busy life, right? He might make a shake or whatever it is he's taking, okay? On day 7, he's going to share a story of how attention to detail, a skill honed in his insurance career, helped him carefully select the best health and wellness products. On day 8, he's going to post a motivational quote about perseverance and dedication, relating it to both his career and personal health journey. On day 9, he's going to share an engaging video of himself discussing his vision for helping others achieve their health goals and how it aligns with his lifelong mission of protection and support. And then on day 10, he can host a live Q&A session where he answers questions about his health and wellness journey, the product, and how his background as an insurance agent informs his approach to wellness. Okay. Now, there are little bit of characteristics in here that are sort of sales psychology, right? And you probably recognize those. So when I go down through here, his story is very compelling because people resonate with stories. Facts tell, stories sell. People love stories. And you'll see tons of them on social media. That's why we're so compelled to listen to people's stories. It's very, you'll on TikTok, you'll see these all day long. And honestly, people have the most compelling stories on there. I cry for them sometimes. But people are really drawn to the rags to riches type stories. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about money, but they love the conquering. Like, you started in this spot over here where you had all of this turmoil in your life, but then you overcame that. And so you tell and relay to people how it was that you did that. And so stories sell. Okay. So telling a story is just one way to grab people's attention and then have them, feel like they can get to know him, want to get to know him, want to see what the next step is in his life, right? On day 2, he's going to highlight a moment where he made a significant impact, kind of the same thing. He's going to take this. He's overcome something. He's helped somebody, and they're in a better place. And then he's going to give a testimonial. The testimonial is social proof. Okay. And I find that social proof works so much better when it's somebody other than you saying that this product is great. So he's going to use the testimonials of other people to do that. All right, he's going to post about the importance of emotional intelligence and effective communication. And that's just more value. And the more value you put out into the marketplace, the better your return is for people wanting to work with you, wanting to partner with you. It just works out better that way. Your value is sort of equivalent to the amount of value you put out in the marketplace. All right, he's sharing about his family. So he's going to be relatable to people that have busy lives and have the same things going on. Maybe he's going to, I think we decided that he coaches his older son's football team, and then his younger son wants to be in baseball, so he's out there throwing the ball, helping him practice. All right. So there are other people that can relate to that, maybe other dads, right? So then he's going to offer some insight how he integrates this routine of his with his health and wellness product, just more value he's putting out in the marketplace. All right. And motivational quote, that's just something that really people really resonate and stick with. They love love motivational quotes, right? All right, so you get the idea. These are just all things that will make him look relatable and appear relatable and a person of value. All right. And then we got into the place where we want to create a nice header banner for his page, like Facebook cover photo or a LinkedIn banner. So I decided that he needed a tagline because taglines are great for those. And so we created 5 of these taglines. And then we had transforming lives, one policy and pound at a time. I kind of like that. If he were a funny guy and his humor was going to come out, I think that would be great. From coverage to confidence, your partner in wellness and security. Secure your health, secure your future. I went with that one. Wellness through trust, building healthier lives together. Empower your life, financial security, and physical well-being hand in hand. Okay. Now, so we got this far right here. And then I got off in a tangent in some other things. So I don't know if it will remember us as I go back to this. It may or may not, but we'll give it a shot. We want to create an elevator pitch for Thomas. Okay. Can you create an elevator? I don't think I hit new chat, so we'll see what happens with it. We'll see how much it remembers. All right. Hi, I'm Thomas. I did remember it. All right. So this is his elevator pitch, and we'll see how good it is. All right. Hi, I'm Thomas, a dedicated insurance agent with over 20 years of experience in safeguarding my clients' futures, but beyond professional life, I've embarked on a personal health and wellness journey that's not only changed my life, but it has the power to transform others as well. After integrating a groundbreaking health and wellness product into my daily routine, I've lost 30 pounds in just 5 months, gaining unparalleled energy and confidence This isn't just about weight loss, it's about offering a lifeline to those seeking a healthier, more vibrant life. I'm here to share this opportunity with you, leveraging my 2 decades of building trust and understanding people's needs to help you feel your best, whether you're looking to improve your health or seeking a side income of $3,000 to $5,000 a month. I'm here to coach you through it all. Just like I coach my son's football team, let's tackle this together and score a touchdown for your health and financial well-being. Okay, that's quite a pitch right there. And I probably would tailor it down. Maybe I think if somebody told me all that the first time I was meeting them, I'd probably back up in the corner and go, whoa. So there's some things I probably would, I probably would not jump right into the income, or else I would rephrase it. So you get the idea. And I can actually go back in here and ask it to revise it a little bit. But you get the idea of what it is. But this is something that you need to memorize for your business, for you, that when somebody asks what you do, you can tell them. All right. So you get the idea. All right. So what I did, going back here to the slide, we were going to create a header banner for Facebook. Facebook is 851 by 315. Quite frankly, I think these days it's bigger than that, but I think you can still use this 851 to 3 by 315 and come up with a nice banner for your page. And then LinkedIn is 1584 by 396. When you're getting into YouTube, and actually, I don't know, LinkedIn might have that same thing where you have to have, it has to fit in a certain part of the screen, because if it goes outside that, it won't be seen. So a lot of times what I have to do is sort of play around with it to get it kind of smushed in there. But I'm gonna go over here to my free version of Canva. And I think I created a free version of Canva for myself so that I can demonstrate it to you, because I also have a paid version of Canva, but you don't get all the bells and whistles in the free version, obviously, as you get in the pro version. So for today's, just for today's demonstration, we're just using the free version. And then, if you want to play around with the pro, you can do that. And maybe some of you seeing this video will already have pro, so it won't be anything new to you. But Canva is great for this kind of thing. I think this is really pretty much the go-to for most creators when they're creating this type of stuff for social media or for websites or for whatever. I mean, it's pretty much the standard, I think, these days for creating stuff. There is Creative Fabrica, and you can create some things there. But I think for this kind of thing, Canva works real well. So I actually worked on a little bit of something. I'm just going to show you this here. And not that I'm using this at any particular time, but this really did come from just a template. All right. And then you can change these templates. So if I go here and I just want to say I'm going to create a Facebook cover, and it's already says 851 by 315, it gives me a host of little different templates I can use. All right. Now, these are different things where you can put your own picture in. So if you just see something here, and then it tells you styles, right? If you are looking for, those look like color palettes. I don't know that those are styles, but maybe we'll go this way. Business Facebook covers. Okay. Let's just say you want one of those. And maybe you want something. I'm just going to pick one. And I mean, you can have just, I've seen a lot of these where it's just one color and it looks a little bit more like a business card. Those work real well. You can have something a little bit flashier if you want. like this guy here. Okay. And then all you have to do is then, I don't know, I feel like, oh, it's at 150%. I don't know why. All right. All these things are changeable. So somebody's created this, and then you can see all these are different layers. Right here is a photo, and I could probably move this around. Obviously, this just sort of sets in here, and I can change this photo. I can take it out and put a new photo in. Let's get I'll just get one of my photos here because this is the free and I don't have too much uploaded here. And I don't know, it's not going in. There we go. It's hit at the right spot. Obviously, this photo is too big for this. We would have to shrink it down a little bit. I don't know quite. I feel like we've got a lot of extra layers here. I I don't know. This probably wasn't the best one to pick. But I could even take this whole thing out and I can replace it. Now, how you do this is you're going to go over here to and you can get these frames, these little picture frames here. And I don't even know where that one is. I'm sure it's in here someplace. But let's just say let's just do pineapple. I don't know what that is. That's just a circle, I guess. It looked kind of like a pineapple because it's got this cloud on top of it. You can put something in there. It could be a picture of a person. There are some photos down in here. I can't seem to design elements, text. Well, maybe they don't have photos on here on the free version. I thought they did. Hmm. Oh, here we go. Photos. No, that's photo frames. Huh. Interesting. But, just so you know, if you stick something in here, you stick a photo in there or whatever that frame is going to be, it'll go in there. Projects, draw. We can draw. Apps. If you have an app, you can pick an app. Photos. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here's some photos. They were hiding. So, the same thing. Obviously, that wouldn't be a good photo, but if you had something, I mean, a good frame, if you had something, that would fit in there, but just for the just for the experience of putting something in here. A round frame is typically a lot of times what I use. And again, if we have photos, we can stick. Here's Thomas. We can just call this guy Thomas if he'll fit in there. Now this is a pro photo, so it says pro, and unless you have a pro account, you won't be able to use it. But there's plenty of free photos in here, plenty of them. All right, but you get the idea, and all this stuff here you can change. And all you have to do, if you want to change your fonts, they're all right here. You can pick a different font. You can pick these different graphics just by going to Elements. If you don't like it, you can remove it and just delete it. If you want to change any of this, like we could call this Thomas Avery. Just making up a name, you guys. Sorry. And I can take this out or change it, you know. I can make this, I can say entrepreneur or whatever. And I might even choose a different font. Okay. Here are the recommended fonts. It has this where it says recommended. Glacial Indifference, Roboto, which is pretty common. Source Sans Pro, we talked about that one. All right. This is where this little tagline can go in, which was, I don't remember now. Still look it up. What was it? It was, did I pass it? Here we go. Secure your health, secure your future. All right. Secure, secure your future. This little tagline. And I can make this a different color. I'll play with the colors here. If I want to make it a different color, it can be, you know, I might have to highlight it to change it. I could even make this bigger just by clicking here, right? Or even going back down to 10. If I stretch this out, it'll put it a nice one line right here. You can move it around just by these crosshairs, wherever it is you want to go. And all of this is changeable. Now, if I want to resize this, you can do that on the free version. And I can go to a LinkedIn. Apparently, to resize, can't do that on Canva free version, which I thought you could. Resize trail, oh, you have to have Canva Pro for that. So basically what you'll have to do is just kind of copy all this. You know, you can copy all this just by doing this. All right. And then otherwise you can simply, what I would do is just resize it. Or you're just going to take some of these elements out and move them around. Okay, I might want to make this bigger and save a version of this on a second page, which you can do just by adding a page or duplicating this. Okay. Get rid of that. You can simply just change things around a little bit, maybe stretch them out, and then you'll have a nice LinkedIn banner. And then if I get all these together, I can move this around together, stretch it out, push it down. And then if you just click it again, you're going to get, it will ungroup. So you have the idea, okay? And maybe use. So if I do this and I do, let me go back over here to, I wonder if you just have logo up here. Should. Loho. I can't type. Logo 500 by 500. And then you can see all of these different types. I like this already. I think it's perfect for Thomas. Maybe. I don't know if it is or it isn't. Get rid of that. I don't think it's grouped. Interesting. Maybe I have to do that. Oh, no. We can get rid of it or leave it. I kind of almost like it. Right? You can call him Thomas Avery. Company. There we go. Yeah, I kind of like it. I don't know if I like that. It's different. All right, so you get the idea. You can find the logo and play around with the logo and have fun with that. Create a logo and then create your header banners and craft your elevator pitch. All right. See you on day 3.